Hey Girl follows a condensed pop song form, making the most of its 13-bar runtime. The structure is an A section, 4 bars repeated, setting up the main melodic hook, a B section, 4 bars, a contrasting refrain with harmonic tension, and our final 2-note hook, a quick resolution that neatly wraps it all up. This structure is perfectly optimized for a TV theme. The A section gives us instant familiarity, the B section provides contrast, and then we get a final, satisfying hook, all in under 20 seconds. The A section is built on a 1, borrowed major 6, 4, 5 progression, a twist on the classic 60s pop harmony that brings a note of dissonance to an otherwise smooth progression. This is the kind of thing you'd expect 1970s Brian Wilson and Jeff Lynne to create if they time traveled to 2011 and wrote a theme song about a roommate who makes you call him Coach. Melodically, it uses a call and response format. The call is the short descending "Hey Girl" hook. The response is a longer legato phrase or answer. The first response lands on scale degree 5, giving it stability. The second response dips to scale degree 2, creating tension as we transition to the B section. So we can think of these as A1 and A2, similar but evolving. Rhythmically, the melody is playful. Each line starts on beat 3, giving it a laid-back feel. There's also light syncopation at the end of each phrase, adding bounce. The A section is really interesting because we have a handful of notes, and the majority are colorful extensions of the underlying chords rather than notes from the basic triad. For example, in bar 2, the sustained G in the melody acts as the 7th of the major 6 chord. In bar 3, the E in the melody gives the sound of a major 7th chord when placed over the 4 chord. And finally, in bar 4, the E over the 5 chord briefly gives us the sound of a passing G major 6 before resolving to a stable chord tone. So altogether we get this if we play these just as chords. And we get this if we play the full melody. On to the B section, our refrain. The chord sequence is yet another twist on one of the great pop cadences, a major 4 chord, followed by the borrowed minor 4 chord, and finally ending on the tonic. The minor 4 chord adds a touch of melancholy before returning to the 1 chord. This same trick shows up all over 60s pop, including multiple eras of the Beatles and the Wonders, as well as modern classics by Built to Spill and Green Day. It's simple, effective, and a little bittersweet, like finding out your favorite TV show replaced its theme song with a 5-second jingle. When I first started working on this video, I thought that the 2nd chord was a standard root position minor 4 chord. I was wrong, and so is everyone else that has released a transcription of this song. Close listening to the bass line, organ, and electric guitars on the recording has revealed that the 2nd chord is an A-flat 6, or the flat major 6 of the parallel minor key. But it doesn't stop there either. Looking at the B section, the B melody also adds implied extensions to both chords. Here we have the additional device of using the same melodic hook, a 3-2-1 sequence, over 2 different chords and having a different effect on each. This is also significant because 3-2-1 in the scale would normally imply a resolution, but the chord choices here do just the opposite. Over the 4 chord in bars 9 and 10, the melody implies a sweet F major 7 with a passing 6th. This sounds nice but directionless at the same time. In bars 11 and 12, the same melody over the A flat and E flat in the bass line combined with the F, A flat, C, and E flat in the accompaniment gives us an A6 chord. So, root, 5th, it's down here in the bass line, but root, 5th, 6th, root, 3rd. Even stranger, instead of the E flat that we'd expect in the melody in this situation, we have a passing sharp 5 in the melody thanks to the E natural in the vocal. This passing cluster creates a dissonant and unsettling chord that adds a unique air of mystery to the question, "Who's that girl?" that is absent from the otherwise sunny arrangement. It's honestly brilliant and much more interesting than the standard major to minor 4 chord, and I'm shocked that I took so long to hear it. The final hook does everything we expect from a textbook chorus tag. Ending with the last word on the downbeat? Check. Resolving to the tonic chord on the downbeat? Check. Melody resolving from scale degree 2 to 1? Check. The only time that we hear all of these things happening at once? Check. A time-honored technique, from Pinball Wizard to Everybody Wants to Rule the World. But like everything else, Hey Girl comes with a twist. We'll wrap up by taking a look at the chorus tag. The melody goes from 2 to 1, the strongest resolution we have, next to going 7 to 1. The outlier, however, is our chord sequence, which uses a flat 7 chord rather than 5. This is both surprising because we've already heard a dominant to tonic resolution earlier in the A section, and logical because our last chord was flat 6. Flat 6 to flat 7 to 1 is a sterling example of a backdoor dominant progression, as discussed in our lesson on 90s R&B. So we have our bass line, the slightly longer version being, and our melody, and finally both together. Despite its short runtime, Hey Girl is a masterclass in concise songwriting. It takes 60s pop harmony, strong melodic hooks, and clever rhythmic phrasing, distilling them into a perfect 20-second TV theme. That wraps up our lesson on the New Girl theme. If you enjoyed this lesson, please take the time to like, comment, and subscribe because it helps this channel reach more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of someone else, and sayonara, Sammy.